Hey everyone, I'm Armor Gaming. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to Pokemon Duel, how to level up your Pokemon. So the simplest way to level up your Pokemon is to gain experience points, and they gain experience points whenever you use them in a duel. So just by having them in your deck and using them in a battle, that's how you get experience points, which will lead to eventually leveling up your Pokemon. But the best way to level up your Pokemon is to use Fusion. So right now we're in the Fusion menu, and the way Pokemon Fusion works, I select one figurine, and then I can select up to 8 other figurines, which will essentially be sacrificed to level up that one Pokemon I choose. So let me just demonstrate by choosing Charmander. You'll notice that once I choose Charmander, some other Pokemons, I can't select them anymore, right? Like I can't select Bulbasaur or Squirtle, and that's just because you can't select any Pokemon that's in your deck. So if I choose Bulbasaur as the main Pokemon I want to level up, then I can't use Squirtle or Pikachu because those are in my deck. So I'm gonna unselect Bulbasaur and I'm gonna unselect Bayleaf. And let me just walk you through the basics of leveling up a Pokemon. So ideally, you're gonna want to choose a Pokemon that you plan on using for a long time, or one that's gonna help you win battles. So I'm gonna select Skarmory. And there's essentially two different materials I can use, one of which is Pokemon and the other of which is cubes. Now, one important thing, you see this gold cube? You do not want to use gold cubes for leveling up your Pokemon. Again, you do not want to use gold cubes. These golden cubes are what the game refers to as ingots. And what you do with these golden cubes is that you sell them to the shop in order to get lots of coins. So do not use your gold cubes to level up a Pokemon. As you can see, you only get 1 experience point. So do not use gold cubes. You can use the blue cubes. These are known as rare metal. They increase the level of your Pokemon. Depending on the higher level they are, the more experience points you'll get. Let's see if I have anything higher than a common. Let's see right here. Uncommon gives me 1000 experience points. Common only gives me 500. Uncommon, once again, 1000. And yeah, another thing to note is that the higher the Pokemon is, the more experience points you'll get. Say for example, I was to use my Ho-Oh. So let's look at all of those experience points. Look at Moltres, all of that experience points. But obviously you do not want to use like your EX Pokemon to level up a weaker Pokemon. You just don't want to do that. But you've probably noticed by now that only the blue bar seems to be going up. What about the bar next to it, the green bar that says CLv0? That's chain level, and chain level is pretty cool. In order to level that up, you need to use green cubes, or you need to use the exact same Pokemon. So in this case, Skarmory. You see what happens when I put another Skarmory? The green bar actually moves forward. Let me remove that Skarmory. Now it moves back down. So both the green and the blue bars, they both move when I select the exact same Pokemon. So let me remove Skarmory and everything else I have equipped. So anyways, I went ahead and removed everything. And if you noticed, I said in order to move the green bar, you need to use green cubes, but I can't select green cubes. The reason I can't select these green cubes is because they're common. In order to use green cubes, it needs to be the same rarity as the Pokemon you're trying to level up. My Skarmory is a rare, and this cube is a common, so that won't work. So let me show you with a common. So let me select, who should I use? Teddiursa. Let me use Teddiursa. If you notice, Teddiursa is a common, so if I scroll down to my common cubes, now I can finally use them. Green cube, and there we go. But in order to get the most experience points, if I had another Teddiursa, that would really help me level up the chain level. So by this point, you're probably wondering what happens when you level up your Pokemon and what happens when you level them up in the chain level. So first, let me show you what happens when you level them up normally. Let me put my Ho-Oh there, and let's give him 2 cubes just to get him to level 2. It costs gold in order to level them up, so I'm going to click on Fusion, and just wait for it. Ho-Oh is leveling up. Ho-Oh is now level 2. And now this is where the great part about leveling up comes in. You get to expand your discs. You get to expand one of your Pokemon's attack. For Ho-Oh, I can either expand Gust, Fire Blast, or Rainbow Wing. You can't expand Miss, okay? That just wouldn't make sense. So you get to select which one you want to expand. It can either be your purple attack, your white attack, your yellow attack if you have one. I'm going to choose to expand Rainbow Wing because I think it's a really good ability. I'm going to press OK. And essentially what this does, it increases the percent of me getting Rainbow Wing by 1% and decreases my miss by 1%. So it's really useful to level up your Pokemons. Now chain level on the other hand does something else entirely. I wish I could show you guys, but I don't have enough to level up a Pokemon. What chain level does, it basically makes either your white or your yellow attack gain 1 extra damage. So instead of 50, it'd be 51. Instead of 30, it'd be 31. Now that may not seem like a lot, but it can make a huge difference. So let me just demonstrate with Squirtle. Suppose you and your opponent both had a Squirtle, and the enemy Squirtle attacked your Squirtle. But let's just say that your Squirtle had a chain level of 1, and thus your bubble attack would deal 31 damage instead of 30 damage. So normally, if you both landed on white, it would just be a tie. But because your chain level is 1 and because your bubble does 31 damage, that's going to defeat his Squirtle. So yeah, it doesn't sound like much, but that could mean the difference between winning or losing a duel. So yeah, that's pretty much all you need to know about leveling up your Pokemon. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. I'll do my best to reply to all of you guys. I hope you really enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe for more Pokemon Duel content, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.